Excellent.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another 3D Hangouts. My name is Noel Ruiz. I'm a designer here at Adafruit. Joining me every week is my brother Pedro. Hello.
Good morning, everybody. Pedro Creative Tech here at Adafruit. And every week we're here to share 3D printed projects featuring electronics from Adafruit.
That's right. This is a show where we combine 3D printing and DIY electronics to make inspirational projects. Hello, everybody hanging out in the Discord chat room. Welcome to the show. This is episode 417. It is Wednesday, October 11th, 2023. And we're hanging out. We have some fun projects, inspirations, with Timelapse, Community Makes, a little bit of shop talk, all that and more on, you guessed it, 3D Hangouts.
Woohoo!
It's not Thursday, but it says it's Thursday.
Oh, yeah. It used to be on Thursday.
Yeah. Just a reminder. Anyway, hello, everybody in the Discord chat room. If you'd like to join us in the Discord chat room, you can join us using the URL in the top banner, discord.gg/Adafruit. Take a moment here to welcome everybody, and then we'll run through the housekeeping. Shout outs to DJ Devin. Hello, all the things, Andy Calloway, squid.jpg hanging out, and everyone else on the 5 streaming channels on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitch, newly known as X. Is that right?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm surprised it still works. All right. What you got, Pedro? Any thing that I miss?
Nope. Going through, making sure all the chat rooms are opened up. And of course, I'm having loading issues.
All right. Well, if we need to, we can use StreamYard's chat. They let you see all the chats, I think. Yep.
There we go.
I think everyone except LinkedIn and Twitter. Hello. We got a little repeat there. All right. I'm going to go ahead and jump into the housekeeping. We'll start off with the freebies that are going on this week. These automatically get added to your cart. They're different tiers. And let's go through them. If your order happens to be $99 or more, you'll get a free PCB coaster with a golden Adafruit logo. That's that lovely aluminum coaster. Good for all sorts of beverages. If your order is $149 or more, you'll get the free PCB coaster plus an Adafruit KB2040. That's that lovely dev board over here on the right. And if your order is $199 or more, you get the free KB2040, the PCB coaster, and UPS ground shipping for continental US only. That's very nice. And then if your order is a whopping $299 or more, you get the free UPS ground shipping, KB2040 dev board, the PCB coaster, and not a Circuit Playground Express. I don't think. Maybe the image is out of date. You're supposed to get the DigiKey NXP dev board. That's the Metro M7. I don't know who's right or wrong. Is the text wrong? Yeah, the text says a Circuit Playground Express, but the photo shows an NXP. This is how you know it's a live show.
Yeah, I think it's the NXP. Because remember, Mar was saying that we have a thing with them.
Yeah.
So I think that's what that is. The NXP.
Well, you'll have to let us know because, again, these get automatically added to your cart. And on top of that, you can use our coupon code Odyssey to get 10% off your total order. All right. Yeah, there'll be another coupon code tomorrow as well on John Park's workshop and later tonight on Ask an Engineer. And that is the housekeeping. This week, we have a new project that we're pretty excited about. Heading on over to the Learn system. This got published a little bit in the evening of yesterday. It is a remake project of the iconic HAL 9000 from the classic movie 2001, A Space Odyssey, which is why it's the coupon code. This is spearheaded from Philip Burgess, Paint Your Dragon, Phil B. He came up with this project idea way back when it was kind of hard to do these type of projects. I'll go ahead and pull it up on the Adafruit Learn system. So Phil B has been on a tear looking to remake classic projects from yesteryear and bring them into the modern with CircuitPython and the all-new PropMaker Feather RP2040. So he put this together, he designed it, and he had it laser cut. And he used an Arduino and an Adafruit Wave Shield, which I don't think we're making anymore because the chips are kind of outdated for what you can do these days. Yeah, so in his guide, he has some SVG vector files that you can laser cut, have them sent, but it's definitely an assembly. It requires a couple of different pieces, label, printer if you want to make a label, spray paint, various screws, and he has it so that you can make it like with just a battery to make it glow or adding sounds. There's a little bit of soldering required because you have to like put together the wave shield, which you can't get anymore. So it just made a lot of sense to remake this project. Yeah. And the wave files, like we didn't want to share recordings from the movie because we could run into some copyright issues. So we decided to use Mac OS's text to speech feature and just kind of record our own, because that way we can get away with we can avoid any copyright things. So we came up with the guide. Philby did the code in CircuitPython. It's just using a single board, no need for an Arduino and an Arduino shield. It's just the PropMaker Feather RP2040. These buttons are the biggest arcade buttons that we stock. They're massive. They're 100 millimeters in diameter. They come with a built-in LED that has a built-in resistor, and it's super satisfying to press. Super nice and chunky. Here's mine. It's the exact dimensions of Phil B. He painstakingly referenced all of the dimensions and came up with this thing. Everything about this is 3D printed. Instead of spray painting the black bezel, we actually made it just a little cover that sticks on, press fits here. This is the label is actually 3D printed. It uses the color swap filament technique. So it's just 3 filaments to create this nice label. Here's the back of it. It's pretty open, so that you can kind of see how it works. We got our PropMaker Feather here, 3-watt speaker that's enclosed. Got a couple brackets in there to kind of suspend it. And then what I really like is that we're using the Quick Connect wires. These have these little spade connectors that make it easy to plug into these style of micro switches. And you just have 4 of those, and they all screw into the screw block terminal. So there really isn't any soldering required. It's fully modular. Let's see what it says.
It's puzzling. I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like this before.
Perfect. So you get some pretty good volume out of it. The speaker grill here just press fits. You can easily pop it out from the back if you want. You can see it. All of the parts are 3D printed in various filaments. You got that sparkle silver. You have this kind of nice sparkly black. And then, of course, the blue, black, and white colors here for the label. Yeah. The panels kind of slide into these like grooves here. And then the 3 boxes are just bolted together with M3 screws and hex nuts. Yeah. No supports required. I think I said that. And I split the box into 3 so that it'll fit on most printers. I have an Ender 3 printer from Creality. That seems to be kind of like the baseline bed. And no finishing on it. You could, of course, sand it down and finish it, spray paint it. But these days, filament is like nice and shiny and gives a good surface finish. You can get really good textures that look like sandblasted using a PEI textured bed. So that's what we used here. And yeah, it's just a good remake of a classic project from a very classic piece of cinema. That just stands up there. And let me make me smaller. And the guy just has all the parts here listed on the overview page. Just a handful of parts. Some extra bits like a power supply if you want to have it plugged into a wall. Some rubber feet, some M3 screws, M25 screws. And yeah, it's pretty simple to put it together. For the circuit diagram, it's really just plugging everything into the screw block terminals. That's what makes this such a great project to build, because there's no soldering required. We have all the CAD files for folks, STLs. They're ready to print as is. You could send them off, I guess, to have them resin printed if you want like a super nice quality surface finish. But you could always print them on your home printer if you have one. Here I'm walking through how to do the post-process plugin in Cura Slicer to do a filament change. You're going to need 2 of those, and then you'll want to change it on layer 3 and layer 7. It's listed here. You could do it manually, but this makes it so that it'll actually pause the printer at the right layer, and it has some nice features that'll run through the firmware of actually doing a filament change on your printer. These days, they do it pretty good. Well, they'll retract and purge for you without having to manually do it. Back in my day, you had to do that manually. So it's nice to have these plugins that are built into Cura now. So that's really nice.
Should put a warning thing on there that says, whoa, I'm getting double audio there.
Uh-oh.
A little post-it right on your printer or on your computer that says filament change was enabled, because the next print you go and do, you're going to forget about it.
Yeah, there's a thing. There's a little warning.
Oh, yeah, I miss it every time.
You miss it? Okay. Yeah, I almost missed it when I printed this scythe here. But other than that, I tell you where the filaments are, and then we have if you just want a 3D model of the PropMaker feather for a very custom project, you can get the 3D model of just the board in that link to our GitHub repo. But that's kind of the gist of it. Minimum build volume is listed here, which is kind of important. If you have a smaller printer, you might want to take a look at that. Of course, the CAD source is Infusion 360, but also a step file. So if you want to remix it, maybe make it out of sheet metal or something, you can totally do that. That's all there. CircuitPython page walks you through installing CircuitPython. My Siri just went up on this phone. That's why I was like, what is going on? It's listening to me. This just walks you through installing the latest version of CircuitPython. And then the next page has the code. Again, shout out to Phil B for writing the code for it. I have a lot of sounds. I think it's maybe a dozen sounds, something like that.
Oh, so many.
Yeah, I mean, a bunch of
randomization is so good on it that you'll get one that you didn't know was on there, and it surprises you.
Yeah, I tried to sample the actual quotes from the movie. The most iconic one is "I'm sorry, Dave." I can't do that.
We like all the Octoprint ones or the
this is some
funny
weird
ones in there.
Yeah. I think it's these days you can use different AI tools to do text to speech. So feel free to use those. I wasn't able. I didn't want to run into any copyright things, because there are some that are you can't distribute these.
Oh.
So something like Descript is what I tried using. They have really nice voices that sound real, like the movie guy voice or a number of voices, British voices. And Phil B even found a third-party app that actually has HAL's voice from the movie. But again, we run into those issues where we're not allowed to distribute those. So you're able to record your own voice if you wanted to. But anyhow, the code is pretty simple. It's very well commented. We're basically just setting up everything for the PropMaker feather. So the I2S amplifier, the external power to turn it on. And then this is kind of interesting. The LED is actually wired to the NeoPixel pin, which I never thought to use, but you can use the NeoPixel pin as a regular digital pin. So that's what we're doing for the LED. And this is a good use of using just a standard LED to do a random blink to give it this talking effect. So while the audio is playing, the LED is blinking and randomly. So you get this nice kind of talking like thing. The WAV files are stored in a folder called sounds. And this little function here is just lists them in the REPL so that you know, here's all the files that are on your drive, on your CircuitPython drive. And then there's a little function called play file that'll run through playing a random sound file from the sounds folder. And then while it's playing, it's going to randomly blink the LED. And you can change it up if you like, but that's pretty much it. In the loop, it's saying if the button is false, then play the file. We also have a learn guide on how to convert sound files for CircuitPython. Basically, you just want to have a 16-bit mono WAV file that's like this 22 kilohertz sample rate. You could do a little bit higher, but we tend to, if you want to do a whole bunch of them and save on space, 22 kilohertz is fine. So this will walk you through using the I think it's open or free to download software called Audacity. And I think now you can do it in the web browser.
I was about to say that.
Yeah. So I think it's for Mac and PC, and you can create your own, samples, trim them, save them out in the right format. This is a guide from Anne Amberella, because she's done a bunch of audio projects, and she wanted just a central guide for folks to be able to like reference for creating the right format of WAV file. Of course, you could also do MP3, but we like waves because they kind of tend to have a little bit better audio quality. They tend to be less crackly.
You don't need an encoder for it to.
Right. Yep. Less memory. It's kind of nice. So that is the code. It's all up there on GitHub. You could use the project bundle. Probably better to use the project bundle because it'll include the sound files. Mm-hmm. But this uses all built-in library stuff. So there's no external libraries being used here because it's so simple, right? Core audio is built into your CircuitPython build. So that's really nice. And then the last page, assembly, the quick connects, we're going to set those up by removing the little JST connectors and just tinning them. I wish these came already pre-made, but that's kind of the only soldering. I know I said no soldering required, but there is a little bit of soldering. I guess you could twist the wires if you want. It would still work, but it's best to like tin them a little bit. Otherwise, you're setting up the mount, the PCB mount for the feather, and we're using screws to secure it to that. And then the speaker has these kind of mounting tabs that get secured to the bottom box. We join the bottom boxes together. And then this is where you install the panel by just sliding it into the groove there. And it has these notches that will lock into button. The button itself, like I said earlier, to give it that gray bezel, that silver bezel, I just stuck it on with double-sided tape. Pedro, did yours need any double-sided tape?
I was going to, but it hangs on pretty good. Yeah, it hangs on pretty good. You got to just force it off.
Yeah. Wow. I heard that click. That's nice. Yeah. In my case, it was just a little bit loose, and I was like, I'm just going to put some double-stick tape so it doesn't fall out while I'm building it. So you could do that too if you want, but if your tolerances are nice and tight like Pedro's was, this should just stay on there, I guess. The arcade button has like these two notches so that for the panel, you just want to make sure that it lines up and to get fully seated in there. The button has a built-in stem that's threaded, and it has like a plastic washer and a mounting plate. So you just want to install those so it's mounted and facing forward. And then we get the speaker installed to the bottom there. You just press fit it in and then line up the mounting holes. And then secure it with those M3 screws and hex nuts. So it gets fitted like that. It's kind of symmetrical. It doesn't matter which way the wire is going. So that's kind of nice. And then I use double-sided tape to stick the label onto the panel. It's called panel B. And then we slide that into the top box of the enclosure. And then once that's done, we can assemble the top box to the middle box. Now, once the panels are in, like they can't come out, right? Because the groove kind of keeps it in place. So I thought that was kind of nice. Pedro, you have the CR10 printer from Creality. So you were able to print this whole panel in one piece, which is pretty cool. A little envious there. How did you find sliding and installing the panel? Was it any different, or
No, it was good.
you just
The
kind of
tolerances were
slid it
good.
on, right?
Yeah, I like how well it attached. That I only need screws on the outside, since you were saying.
Oh yeah.
Back there, I mean, it's already being held on by this, so it's not going to
Oh,
fall
I see. I
out.
didn't even think of that.
So
Yeah.
you only
All
need 2
right.
screws near the backside for that.
Yeah, they're more easy access.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And
Yeah,
then
'cause yeah.
Continue. I'll get to it at the end, I guess.
Yeah, if you have like a low profile wrench, you
what I
can
was gonna
get those
mention.
screws in the back there.
Or that
You
that
don't
bit
really
we were
need them, I
talking
guess.
about last
Right.
week.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
Came in
that
so
right angle
handy
bit
for
is
that, yeah.
definitely handy. Oh yeah. So you might want a right angle bit if you want to drill. But yeah, otherwise you could like glue them together if you want, right? I like everything
Yeah,
bolted
good.
so that you can take it apart if you ever need to.
Oh yeah.
But once that's set up, where you install the button, I think previously, like when I was putting the bezel, you actually want to take apart the button, which is super easy to do. You just twist and press the whole LED, and switch has its own like little sub-assembly that comes out. Yeah. Super good button. I mean, it's very versatile. You can take it apart and like print your own pieces for it, which is nice. But once you have it out, you want to pop it back in, twist lock it, and then this is where you install the quick connect wires to the terminals. Just reference the photos to know which side is like the voltage and ground for the LED. Oh, hello, kitties. I don't know if you can hear my cats.
Oh, coming in.
And then once the LEDs are wired up, we'll wire up the switch. They're labeled with common, which is for ground, and normally open, which is the NO label. Yeah, and then there's some holes on the back or in the inside of the boxes that allow you to put to thread the wires through. And then from there, we can start installing and fastening the wires to the screw block terminals in the PropMaker. I'll start with the speaker wires, then the ground. So the 2 ground wires are going to be shared. So you just insert them in and fasten them down. I have them color coded here, which is nice. So they're the blue wires. The blue ones are ground. That's for the LED and the switch. And then the LED voltage goes into the NeoPixel pin, and then the switch goes into the button pin. Super easy peasy. And then the PCB mount, just press fit it or just slide it into place, line up the mounting holes, and then add some M3 hardware to secure it in place. The USB port for power and reprogramming is accessible on the side. And then we just press fit the speaker grill into place. Pedro, yours was a little bit loose, so I think you added some tack.
Yeah,
so you could always add some tack there. Or if you want to permanently adhere it, you can do that too. Mine had a pretty tight fit, so I was able to just press fit it in. And then power it on, and that is the whole build. Easy peasy.
I think you mentioned the feet, right? You added feet on the bottom.
I didn't document that, but you can add feet if you want. We have these rubber bumper feet that have adhesives on it, so you don't have to like screw them in. So
yeah, you're gonna need them for the
rubber feet are really nice because the screw heads show here.
You will definitely scratch up your desk.
Yeah, and it could topple over because it's a little top heavy.
And then the thing I wanted to mention about the bit, the 45-degree bit, is so you can have these super clean edges here because you're able to get all up in there and just screw in all the way in.
Oh yeah, that's a good. So instead of the bolt coming on the outside, you're having coming in.
It's just coming straight out. Which I guess I could add a dab of like black paint on there or something to totally hide it.
Yeah, or like a vinyl sticker to cover up this whole area here if you want.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah,
and then I think Devin was asking, can we just print these separately and just glue them all together? I kind of like how it's just one piece. So
it's fused together, and it's a good. It's a good project for using the change filament plugin in Cura because
you don't
again,
have to line anything. I
you
mean,
don't
look
have
at the
to line
alignment
it.
that you have to do on that.
Right.
And then here's
Yeah.
another case for doing the filament swap. I'm not going to align all those little holes that go in there.
Yeah.
So this is, again,
Oh,
the
wow.
filament
Yeah.
swap stuff for that. Because
Yeah.
I didn't want to print out vinyl and unstick it.
Yeah,
Have
Phil B was
trouble
a fan.
connecting to my
He was like,
Cricut.
oh, I never thought
Oh
to
no, my
the
blade
label.
is dull. Let me change my blade. All this.
Yeah, it's
bull
pretty
crap that you have to
fine. It's pretty fine.
It's
Yeah.
processes.
Yeah.
For us. It's simple processes
Yeah.
for aligning things.
Mine didn't come out as clean as I would like, but
Yeah, mine either.
I'm sure you can.
I had a little, like when it did this, it looks super clean on the camera, but it's like
Right.
super tiny where it like
Yeah.
does the filament change.
But it's nice that it's like fully in there.
Yeah,
you know?
it's attached. You don't have to
It's fused. Yeah.
get glue on your fingers.
Right.
For a
But you
little
could do
dab.
that, man. You could totally do that.
Oh yeah.
I think if you, because you know how the top, I guess you could enable ironing to give it a better smooth look. Sometimes that works, sometimes not.
It's aligning issues. That's the
Yeah.
main especially for this right here. Like that would be.
Yeah. I like kind of the 3D depth that you get from the layered colors.
Yeah.
So that's kind of nice. Yeah. So definitely different ways to do it.
And what is the correct color? I see the gold and then the gray.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, in the movie, I see it that it's
1 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0.
I think
yeah. He doesn't really say that, but I think I think that's from like I was inspired by like a Futurama joke. So here's like
it was Shakespeare. The robotic Shakespeare. 1 0 0 0.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I mean, there's different. It's hard to find like a real one because there's a lot of remakes of it.
In the movie, like in the movie, it was gray, or
in the movie, it's lit in a way where you kind of can't really tell. So,
dang it, they didn't think about
I see
merchandising back then, huh?
No, I mean it was never meant to be.
Sell millions of these.
Yeah, it was never meant to be this.
A thing to make money off of? What a crazy idea.
I know, right? Yeah. And I guess they used a real lens from like a Sony camera or something. Yeah. Yeah. Wait,
for the small detail.
Is it the small detail? See here, so they like here it's gray.
Looks like the pawn shop guys.
Yeah, right.
Best I could do is $2.
Way back when, I guess like maybe 8 years ago now. I think Geek sold one, but they went out of business, so I don't think you can get one anymore. Maybe on eBay. But yeah, I guess it's gray. I'm gonna say it's gray.
Dang it!
I'm not seeing any photos of it.
Reprint it again.
In gray, yeah. So, all right, that's a good tangent. Just to kind of like spend a little bit of time looking at all the different iterations of it.
No, Rosin's saying that it was a camera lens.
Yeah, it was for sure. I don't know exactly which one, but there's definitely documentation of people hunting down exactly how many holes and what lens it is and all that on the prop replica forms.
Yeah.
But that's our version of it. Again, it's a classic project that I think is like 2015, maybe 2016, something like that. So it's nice to bring it back to like the modern era. Yeah. Oh, wow. 2013. That was just when me and you got started with Adafruit. So it's as old as we are. Yeah. But, these days people have 3D printers instead of laser cutters. How funny, huh?
I think the only other thing I wanted to mention was just the way of using the lipstick battery to make it completely contained. So it's safe for the kids if they're banging this around.
Yeah.
The battery's nicely protected. And then we have the right angle woven USB-C to USB-A.
Nice.
Since USB-A is going to be sticking around. Forever, I guess. And then, that's pretty much it. Does a good job of staying in there. The wires, I did not have the bigger spade ones, so.
Oh, yeah? You got that blurry.
Yeah, so I just went in with the needle nose pliers that we have and just
you can
bent
do
it
that?
a little bit, and that works.
Nice.
Of course, the
There you go.
cables arrived yesterday. We're all done filming.
Yeah.
You know how it is.
Similarly, I didn't have the right size. I had the smaller size.
Yeah, me too. So if you need to, the smaller size in a pinch will work. You just got to carefully go in there and like reference the size. You can kind of see here how it's.
Yeah.
Kind of
We got 3 sizes. These
Print October lapse for Adafruit connection serial port rate printer
gone
profile.
rogue.
Get out of my printer.
That was actually a mistake, and I ended up recording it.
No, it was great.
It was like reading the serial terminal from Cura. So it was like really weird. But
I would
anyway,
get all 3 of these sizes because you never.
yeah,
know
get
when
all 3 of them. Here's the 1.87 inch, and then the smaller arcade button.
Yeah,
these are for like the really small, like 16 millimeter buttons, like these boys.
Actually, you know what? It worked out because you know how one side is smaller than the other side.
Yeah.
So I just bent one of them.
Okay, that works too. Yeah, and then these are the bigger lugs. So yeah, and they come with these PH or PX JST PH JST 2.5 millimeter cables. So obviously we want to chop these off for screwing them into the screw block terminals. But we have all of these in stock. The PropMaker is in stock.
Woohoo.
The LED button is in stock. These come in different colors. You could hack it with a NeoPixel if you wanted to. That'd be kind of cool. I've hacked it where I put the Circuit Playground inside of the button. This project here has a Circuit Playground in it. It's a little more involved, obviously, but there's another project that, I mean, it already is Circuit Python, so it's kind of the same project, really. Just different.
I mean,
different
just because of the way the CPX is.
Oh, it was heinous.
Terminals.
The wiring is kind of heinous.
Yeah.
It's all these now, Circuit Python makes it way easier. I mean, the PropMaker Feather makes it way easier. So
yeah, the difficulty in this is all that wiring that you have to make.
Yeah, you have to like thread it
small. I don't know, just making it all nice and small like that, putting all those heat shrinks on.
Yeah, you have to like kind of, you can see here, like you have to kind of thread all the wires to the back here. So it's a little intense. But it can be done if you want to put some NeoPixels in there. You can do that.
Oh, so, DJ Devin says NeoPixeling would be awesome.
Yeah, that would be easier. Yeah,
great.
That's good. Yeah, but the prop calls for a red LED, so that's why we went with that route. Again, the prop makers are in stock. We have a whole bunch of them, and
I just had to restock mine.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, if you want to get another prop maker for all your props, stock up on them. You can use coupon code Odyssey.
I just picked up a fault in the RP2040 unit.
That's funny. Yeah. In the movie,
perfect timing.
In the movie, it says like some other random thing has a fault. So I figured I'd update that to be a little bit more current. Yeah. Cool.
All right. Let's go jump into what we're prototyping this week. That's what we got. Almost finished Fraz-Wrench, and we were showing off earlier.
Oh man, that's great.
Code in there. So turn this guy on. We have the LCD backpack on there. It'll show that. Is that the contrast looking all funny?
I think it looks.
Oh, it's the blurry thing. I'm like, it's being chopped off.
Can you turn that effect off, or is it like baked
I
into?
tried. It's off.
Maybe it's the.
Is it Chrome doing this? I think it's
I think StreamYard has its own like.
Hold on, Camo's doing
virtual background. Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, what's going on? There you go. No spotlight. No.
Check your StreamYard setting. You see the little cogwheel, and then go to virtual background. In StreamYard, the StreamYard UI.
I see it. It's just that I have all this stuff in front of the TV blocking.
Right.
Virtual background. It says I don't have it.
Oh, man.
Camera?
That new Simona, man.
Yeah. It was off yesterday, and I'm looking at my preview window here, and it is disabled.
What?
Maybe if I...
You want to refresh? I don't know. Refresh?
There we go.
Okay.
It's not off. It's just...
That works. That's weird.
All right, cool. So Fraz-Wrench, Liz got the code in there. So when you push the button, it goes into the unlock mode, and then you have it, when you do the accelerometer left or right, it'll change the sound effects to like a higher pitch or a lower pitch.
Yep.
And then
the NeoPixels changed too.
Oh, the NeoPixels changed too. So yeah, that's just NeoPixels in there. You have your illuminated buttons, and then the scroll wheel acts as a volume. You scroll that up and down. I'm guessing like in the game, it doesn't really have all these codes, but you know, just to show off the display on there.
Yep.
Doing the filament swap, like we were saying earlier for this, so we can match up all the paint that they have in the game. And what else? So PropMaker is obviously the hero for this. You can kind of see it there. Oh man, this is so blurry. You can't see
it. It is very blurry.
But coming next week, nice little prop for, I guess, like sound effects. You can swap all that out. They're just WAV files. So you get Python, of course. So it just loads as a USB drive. So you can swap all that out. The antennas are actually the real antennas that you can use for any of the Wi-Fi projects. So just those just screw in. Should I go ahead and open it up, or are we out of time?
No, we have plenty of time.
All right, cool. Let's do a quick little open up so we can show how that is going on.
Oh, your thing finally happened. Your blurry background finally kicked in.
Is it because I'm not in it? Yeah.
Yeah. It's doing face detection then. So it's definitely the Simona thing.
Yep. I don't know how to disable it.
It's like, could be a bug.
So everything's held in with screws. Let's see if I can go in here and... I should have had this.
Wearing a mask. Like a no face tracking mask.
That's
that
a
way,
good way to test it.
That way yeah, anyway.
All right.
It's just a system.
I should have had all these screws already undone.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's prototyping, so we're just kind
of using the long PH1 screwdriver or bit for that.
Yeah. I like with the screws because it's like kid safe. You're not gonna accidentally snap fit it open.
Oh yeah. Let's go ahead and open it up. You can see all the stuff in here. Barely, because of this stupid blurring. Oh my god, what a horrible time to have.
Do you have an overhead camera?
Yes, I do. Let me jump over
let's get that overhead. In there. You have to add it to the.
Yeah, I see it.
But... Yeah.
Extra camera.
You're using a MacBook face cam that's like built in, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see, device mini. There we go. All right, cool.
Yay.
Check out all the stuff that's on the inside. So everything is, of course, super modular. Everything goes into the terminal, like the speakers, and the rotary is just stemma. So that plugs into this guy here. And we're all daisy chaining that to the display. How cool is that? You're going to have all these crazy wires. It just plugs right into that. The only thing that we have to solder is like the power and the ground to the buttons. Since we're sharing the grounds over here. And then even the slide switch, I'm using these female little jumper cables.
I didn't know that would work.
Right? Nice. Neither did I. So it plugs right in there. I don't have to like chop off the other one. Like say I want the on button to be up instead of down.
Oh,
there you go. How cool is that?
That is very cool.
Yeah. So even this is the side switch you made, Noah. So it's completely modular. This unscrews and it's its own little piece.
Yeah.
The feather mount has the speaker mount attached to it. That's all one piece together. The rotary has this sweet little, you can't really see it here, has like a little U shape that holds onto the stem so that when you're scrolling, it's not, toppling it over.
Oh, brilliant.
Same thing with the the battery, the way that's mounted, it's a separate piece too. The LED little strip, it's just holding onto it, so all of this just comes off too. Yeah, completely modular with everything. The screen.
Those NeoPixels look like what side lit NeoPixels?
These are the side lit NeoPixels.
Yeah, it's a good use case of that, of the side lit.
Yeah, so you can insert them at this angle.
Yeah.
Because at first I was gonna add real, 3mm LEDs to that, but man, the wiring for that.
Yeah,
when you become used to, terminals and STEMMA, that it just sounds disgusting now. Like, even though I would have tried to do this here, just adding all this extra bulk to it, definitely is not. It just doesn't feel right anymore. So they're fake LEDs. They pop right in and out. So that's super cool. Yeah. They're just these translucent little gummy drop things. And like we were joking about last week, that I already anticipate the kids breaking this. So I have the short headers on this. So this comes right off.
Nice. Yeah.
Since we have space in here.
Yeah.
I don't have to mess with having limited headroom for the height.
Right.
So, elevates it just a little bit, and I do have to do a little jerry rigging here with having a nylon screw so that it doesn't wiggle downwards.
Right. Oh, okay.
Holds it in. It's like a standoff. Although I try to stand off, I have to cut it to make it smaller.
Oh, okay.
Adjusting the screws easier. The way that the antennas are held on, they're just these little guys here. So we do sell all these pieces. You need to have, for real antennas. This is what you would solder to this. We do have one where the cable is already soldered to here. So since I didn't need the cable, I grabbed the version that doesn't have that attached. And we have different versions that go to like the UFL. So some of our feathers do have.
This could totally be like a real LoRa FM radio project.
Yep, this is why I wanted
ready for that.
I wanted to have real components be able to mount it in there. So if somebody does want to use this as a, like a flipper, like a little hacking tool, if they wanted to somehow insert that in there, have like a bigger case for it, or have more components in there, you can reuse that for that purpose.
Yeah.
So everything in here, like I said, is all super modular. It all comes out. Close this up so I can turn it upside down. You can see where all of the screw mounts for all of the components are. We got the countersunk stuff in there too. Now you can actually see the USB port and all that.
Right.
The way that screws in there like that. I was going to talk about. Just the use of the JST. So all of the buttons can come out. So we're using the jumpers and the JST cables to completely have everything completely swappable, modular, every little piece of it. And even down to the speaker, you can disconnect it right there. I love using the shorter speaker wire ones for that. And I think that's it. Lots of modularity and editability for nice little prop that you can turn into something that can be a real tool on site.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's really cool. Let me see. Gonna go to Discord real quick. Devin says, great enclosure. Looks like everything fits up nicely. Fan of the side-mounted rotary encoder. Yeah, I haven't really seen that.
Oh my god, yeah. I didn't know how that was going to work out.
LoRa FM board and GPS, so the antennas are functional.
Yes, cool. Yes. That's exactly what I was thinking.
And Devin is asking if there are Lego parts for the LED diffusers. Not necessarily. They're just custom made kind of dots.
Oh yeah, they're custom made.
Yeah.
It's just a sphere with a cylinder with a fillet on top.
Yeah. Okay. Did you want to put your camera back on? I think you're still on.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Oh, camera
kind of took over.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to pick up any of the parts, there you go. Still got that coupon code. All right.
Like how it's picking up two of the same camera.
It was very strange.
Oh wait, I'm gonna need that camera again. Whatever. I'll just show it off here.
Yeah, I know. I have an overhead too of it.
Okay.
All right. You want to do? I'll do a quick shop talk first, and then we can look at the thing. Let me stop my screen. If folks have the Qualia board, check out our Learn Guide repo. I just uploaded a 3D model of the new Qualia ESP32S3 board. So if folks want to make an enclosure for it, it's got 4 mounting holes and all the connectors, stemma, even the bigger stemma, a couple side buttons, and the new S3 module, which is a different shape. So I had to get that from the DigiKey. And then of course the 40 pin connector is here. It has like that flip top thing. But yeah, we'll be doing a bunch of projects with this coming forward. We're still working out, software support for the various RGB TFT panel sizes. But yeah, this is going to be a nice board.
Oh yeah, we'll see them in the chats there, tag teaming on getting all the code to work perfectly with all the board or the monitors and displays. So coming soon. Yeah, so I saw people commenting on the round display for doing the HAL.
Yep. It's I like the orientation of it. It looks like it'll be like down, and then you can have an a 40 pin connector that's extending the display so it can be somewhere else. And then the side buttons are accessible in this orientation. So that'll be nice. I think it's a good board design. So check that out. That is available to download on the Product Learn Guide, which is live now. And they might still be in stock. Let me double check if the Qualia board is in stock. Qualia. We have 11 in stock still. Let me go back to the right tab, stop screen, share screen. There it is. There's the Qualia board. Learn Guide is up to if you want to start working with it. It's got good Arduino support already, but we're still working on CircuitPython support, I believe. Here's some CircuitPython. Oh yeah, we have some CircuitPython code. So check it out.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a digital snowflake globe.
Yeah, I think Liz had some circular clock project ideas she wants to do. So that'd be cool. Yeah, gauges, all sorts of fun.
Of course, the eyeballs.
Yeah, eyeballs would be nice. Although, I don't know how you can do 2 eyeballs. No, you can do 1.
1 is fine, like on the shirt.
1 is fine. And if you want an extender, I think 40 FPC, you can use these things. They're the same pinouts.
Nice.
I just picked one of these up because I know I'm going to need it in the future. Okay.
Cool.
That's my shop talk. And now we can roll into...
It's more of a get ready for get all your parts.
Yeah.
All right. This week's community makes is this awesome little Grim Reaper with a scythe.
Yeah.
This little guy.
Super cool. Yeah. Prints in place. Very amazing detail and design. It's very cute, but also creepy.
Yeah. Look at this guy.
Let's see.
Tons of detail. Cleans up very nice, as you can see from that time lapse.
Yeah. Well, a bit of string, but look at that.
Lots of string. Thought I had my black light. This is the glow in the dark one, the glow fill from I forgot their name.
I forget the name, but the designer is called Twisty Prints. Yes. They have a whole collection of these stellar artistic models that are flexible, articulated.
Yeah, check out just the detail on his scythe. Look at all that little detail.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's all over in the way that his his cloth is like blowing in the wind.
Mm-hmm. And it's tattered.
Yeah.
Very stylistic.
Yeah, tattered and torn. And then on the back, you can see where all the little articulated joints are. All of his legs, his little hip, his hands, back of his head.
Yeah, a lot of joints in there.
Yeah, this is so nice. Only one go for the print too. Like it didn't fail at one point, especially with all these towers that are all over. These little pointy bits too.
Yeah.
So as you can see in the time lapse, he prints down, face down, and that's why you're able to get all this really good detail. You always get it more on the Z.
Yep.
And you do good. Like you can color them up or multi-print them. Look how good it looks with all that color on there.
Yeah, it looks amazing painted. Got some dry brushing techniques too. And the eyes really pop when you give them some color and depth to them. Really nice paint job. Really nice overall. Fantastic model. It is a paid model because it's just such a great design. $2, euros, 250. I think those are euros because it looks like an E. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think I got it when it was on sale.
Oh, really? Okay.
When they like first release it, designers usually put it on sale.
Really? Okay. Well, they have a whole slew of pumpkins and clowns and
oh wow, yeah. Oh, the
Cthulhu, I think.
Cthulhu.
Yeah, it's tons of these. Like that's their thing. Is to
like snowman one.
Super creepy ones. Yeah.
Oh, and the mouth opens.
Yeah, super cool. So check that out. Again, Twisty Prints. It was so cool. Even I printed one. Like here's mine.
So nice.
I printed it in Prusa. What's Prusa Fill? I think, or Prusa Mint. I got one of their spools, and yeah, same thing.
For
prints,
free.
Yeah, for free with $20 shipping.
Well, what happened?
What'd you do? What'd I do?
For free? Was that a gesture? Where balloons just came out?
You did that? Do that. Do that again?
For free? What?
Both hands.
I only did one hand though.
Oh, really? That's crazy. I missed it.
Funny.
At any hand, yeah, super cool to see all the joints, arm. There you go, balloons. It can sit down, so you can have it sit down. And then here's my scythe. I printed it in this black glitter, which looks really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, just
the layer lines almost add like cool detail to it.
It does.
So
I almost want to blow this up as big as I can and have it be like just a prop weapon.
Right. That's funny. How do I get to get it in the arm? You have to like.
Oh, you got to put it in like sideways.
Yeah.
So just get it in there.
There it is. Yeah. It doesn't snap. It doesn't really snap fit, but it's fine. I found it a little tricky to stand it up, but it's because the joints are all over the place. But
you can use the scythe as a cane to support him.
Oh, really? Okay. But yeah, it's super cool. See all the joints moving. Great Halloween prop. So yeah, check it out. It's on Colts 3D.
Yanni thinks of Grim Reaper's Smurf.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. It's kind of got that chunky, cute, short, stout look to it. All right. I read you. All right. Yeah, let's continue on. So that was the time lapse. We got a couple of community makes. First up, we have a Mario Boo posted up by Orange SS on printables. This is a nice candy dish bowl or a planter, all sorts of different things. You can paint it. You can dual extrude it. You can make it glow in the dark. Has a little tail, a little ghost tail. It's kind of fun. And then after that, we have a make of the Talking D20 that we did a couple weeks ago. Ralph posted up their make, said the print came out good, waiting on the electronics. So they got it printed in this nice kind of tea green, mint green. Nice. Yep. After that, we have another glow in the dark. This is from Jand LM Makers, I think. They made the Epcot Spaceship Earth project in glow in the dark.
Wow.
I think it's the first glow in the dark one I've seen. So came out pretty good. Looks even better, I think, with the glow in the dark filament. Cool. After that, we have a make of Link's Highland Shield. This was posted up by Thingiverse user Piquetta. Posted that up. Looks like they finished it, painted it, all that stuff. Thing is solid. Printed it for their kids' Halloween costume. and I think it's strong enough to battle with. Printed on Ender 3 Cruelty, with some supports.
Printed in pieces, or just
they said they broke up the model into 4 pieces in order to fit it on the printer. Top 2 quadrants is printed as is. The bottom 2 quadrants are rotated upside down. Once each print is printed, super glued the pieces together, filled the cracks, sanded, painted. Looks awesome.
Wow.
Took about 20 hours to print. Yeah. Looks like it's full size too. It's pretty big. And the last one to round it off is from PL Metz. They posted up their make of a 3D printed Cherry MX compatible key switch.
Ooh.
Or key cap rather, for their micro pad. So yeah. Looks good. And that is this week's Community Makes. Thanks everybody for posting up your makes. All right, we got 5 minutes left in the show. So we're gonna hang out. We got a question about your computer. What is it doing?
Oh, I don't know what
that signals. It's funny.
I gotta figure out how to disable this.
Yeah, you have time. All right, later tonight we have a special edition of Show and Tell, hosted by Liz Clark. She'll be hosting. Last week was Melissa. She did a great job. Thanks, Melissa, for hosting. Tonight is going to be Liz hosting. It starts at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Come on to Discord for the invite link and share your project. And then at 8 p.m. Eastern Time is Ask an Engineer with Mr. and Mrs. Lady Ada. Checking out all the new products, open source hardware news, top secrets, and more. Then tomorrow is JP's workshop. Tune in to JP for another coupon code and his progress on his latest project. He's got a pressure washer build happening, plus some Lego Synth.io projects with the color sensor. Deep dive this week, I think, is either going to be Tim Foamy Guy or Scott or every Friday at 2 p.m. Pacific or 5 p.m. Eastern. Deep dives are in full effect. And then Mondays is the CircuitPython weekly meeting. Tuesdays, product pick of the week. And then we circle back to Wednesdays with our show. All right. Any other stuff we want to mention?
I got nothing.
Yeah. Well, everything's in stock. I think we're gearing up for an AdaBox. So I think this year for sure, AdaBox is happening.
Woo-hoo.
We got a bunch of Halloween Eyes M4 projects or products. Let me see if they're still in stock. We have 2 in stock. These were on sale yesterday on the product pick of the week. I forgot what the price was, but it was probably pretty good. So good to see these M4 boards back in stock. These are very popular. Very cool. Maybe we'll get some monster masks in stock at some point too. But we're working towards getting all of our M4 stuff back in order.
Awesome. Yeah, I heard they're working on it.
Yay. All right, folks. Next week will be the Fraz-Wrench. So we're going to get a nice learn guide and video out. And then I think we have a couple enclosures for various products. Maybe the Qualia board. Definitely the USB power delivery board.
Mm-hmm.
And then a special holiday project. Kicking around some ideas. But yeah, hope everybody's doing good and staying safe. Don't forget the coupon code. 7% off your order with code Odyssey.
All
right, folks, that's going to do it for us. We'll see you later tonight. But until then, remember to
make a
great
day. See you next week.
Bye, folks.
Use Control-V to reload. I'm sorry, Dave. I don't have enough information.
Bye, folks.